Jedi, I believe, and you're in the office of Mr. Toops at the Always Believe House, and we're going to continue learning about inequalities today. It is a blast. Hope you're enjoying those Oreo cookies. Okay, really quickly, I'm going to do a few of these problems and set up the word problems for you. Then after this, you're going to take a quiz, okay? So on the quiz, you'll need to show, you'll do your work on your own paper, you'll do the quiz, and then you'll take a picture of it and submit it. Y'all should be getting good at that, okay? Really quickly, let's go to number, we're going to do let's just do two of these together. Let's do number 7 and number 8 together, okay? These are probably the hardest ones on here. Okay, so on 7 and 8, we got bluebell trucks, right? Let's do number 7 first. We have 2 bluebell trucks on number 7, don't we? Okay, so our first bluebell truck is 5. So I'm going to put 5 up here, and before I do that, I need to record. So let me go through and start recording. Okay. And we are recording. Now I can do the work, and you can see it on the whiteboard. Okay, so on number 7, we have 5s, don't we? So we're going to distribute 5, and we're going to distribute the 16, right? So we're going to bluebell truck the 5 and bluebell truck the 16. Okay, so 5 times 8 is correct. That's 40. Then a positive 5 times a negative 2 is a negative 10x. Remember, you're going to do sign, number, letter, exponent. Then less than or equal to. Then we have a 2. Now then 16 times 4 is a positive 64. And 16 times x is a plus 16x. Sign, number, letter, right? Sign, number, letter. 6th grade integer work. You're doing it over and over. Now then, look at the left-hand side. All that's on the left is 40 and 10x. We have one number, one letter. We're good, aren't we? Or one constant, one variable. Look at the right. There are 2 constants and 1 variable, right? So we need to group together that 2 and 64. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to write down 40 minus 10x less than or equal to, the 16x is going to go first, and then plus 66. Now then, I've taught you to move the letter to the left, so let's move this letter to the left. So we're going to take the 16x and move it over. We're going to subtract 16x, and then we'll end up with 40 minus 10x less than or equal to 66, don't we? Now we could use our calculator, can't we? Now we could use the calculator, and I'm running out of room over here, so I'm going to put it over here on the right. But we could use our calculator, and we're going to start with the 66, aren't we? So we're going to type 66 into the calculator, so do that. And then you've got to move over the 40, don't you? When you move that 40 over, you're going to subtract 40. And 66 minus 40, hold on, this should be messed up here. Let me do this. So we move the 6. This should be a negative 26x. Thank you for correcting me. I did that on purpose to see if you're paying attention. Okay. So 66 minus 40 is, and I'm going to write down up here, negative 26x less than or equal to 26. 66 minus 40 would be 26. And then you're going to hit the divide by button on your calculator and divide by negative 26. And when you divide by a negative, you're going to flip. So x is going to be greater than or equal to negative 1. So that's what we get on that one. So the key is once you get to that 40 minus 26x less than or equal to 66, use your calculator. Type in the number all by itself, add or subtract the number across, and then hit divide and divide that coefficient. And you'll get the term. If you divide by a negative, you will flip. Let's go to number 8. On number 8, we got 2 bluebell trucks, don't we? So we're going to bluebell truck the 7. Let me change colors here. Bluebell truck the 7. And this negative is a bluebell truck. We're going to bluebell truck the negative. Okay, so 7 times 5c is 35c. 7 times a negative 4 is a negative 28. And then we're going to bluebell truck the negative. So a negative 2 and then a minus 15c less than 60, right? Not less than or equal, just less than 60. Now then, look at the left-hand side. I've got 2 letters and I got 2 constants, right? I got 2 variables and I need to group them. So we're going to punch 35 minus 15 on the calculator. 35 minus 15 is 20. Remember, you don't have to move it over because it's on the same side. And then you're going to punch negative 28 minus 2. You're going to group these up. Negative 28 minus 2, punch it in on the calculator. Do not miss it because you don't know how to do your integers. That's negative 30 less than 60. Now we could use our calculator, can't we? We're going to punch that 60 in first, right? So type in 60 on your calculator. Then you're going to move the 30 over, right? So 60 plus 30 gives you 90, correct? And then the number in front of the C is 20. We're going to divide by 20, and you would end up with C less than 9 over 2. And that would be the answer, 4.5, right? But you leave it 9 over 2. So all of my answers have to be smaller than 9 over 2. Just like eating an Oreo. Okay, now then let's go do some word problems. What a blast. Okay, all I'm going to do on these is set them up and you're going to solve them. After we set these up, you'll take your quiz, you'll go back here and finish this paper up before tomorrow. The unleft problems will be on you to do. So number 9, underline the is less than. That's going to be our inequality. That is less than will turn into this one. And then to the right, you got the 36. And then over here, it's just 4 times a number, right? So 4x less than 36. You're going to solve that, okay? And I'm not going to do it for you. You need to do that. Let's go to number 10. Underline the inequality, which is at most, right? At most means that it's not more than negative 24. So negative 24 is going to be larger than all of those numbers, right? So the answer has to be less than or at most negative 24. At most means it can't go over the negative 24. Then look to the left. You have 3/4 of a number, right? So we have 3 over 4x less than or equal to negative 24. So on this one, we would bluebell truck the 4, multiply by 4, then divide by the 3, wouldn't we? And that would get the x all by itself. Let's go to number 11. Okay, on number 11, write down gx plus s in total. Okay, this is going to be a gx plus s in total. So read through the problem and what is the starting amount of cash you got to pay. Okay, if you read through the problem, you're going to start paying with the $8, aren't you? And then your cost grows by $3 an hour, and you have a total of 25, don't you? Okay, so let's fill that in. So the starting number is, or the starting number is 8, the growing number is 3, so 3x plus 8, and our total is 25. Now then, we can spend no more than 25, which means we can spend to 25, but we can't go over it, so that's going to be less than or equal. So you will solve for x. So on that one, that's most of the problems we do in here is going to be gx plus s in total. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, on this one right here, we got to figure out what we're going to get per book. So write down per book. You sell the book for $15, but it costs $4 to make it, right? So write down 15 minus 4, and what do you get? That's right, you get 11. So this right here is our profit per book, right? That is going to turn into our growing number. Okay, that will turn into the growing number. Now then, on this one, you don't have a starting number. So we're just going to have gx and then a total. So the growing number is going to be 11 times the number of books, and we spend how much money? $3,500, right? So we got to get over $3,500. How many copies will you sell so that your income is greater than your total cost? So we want our cost to be over the $3,500, right? You'll divide that, and then you'll round up because you want to get over $3,500. That won't divide evenly. So when you get if it's like 2.4, you'll round up to 3 so you get over the 3,500. And I'm not going to solve that for you. Number 13. Okay, number 13 is a gx plus s in total. Okay, so read through it. Each month you earn $450. That's your starting number. 1/8 of your sales is your growing number. Okay, so every buck you sell, or every $8, you get a buck. Okay, that's called a commission. And then What cell must you earn to get more than 2,000? So we want to get over 2,000. So our GX plus S will be 1 over 8 times our cells plus our salary of $450, and then we want to get more than $2,000 because we got to pay the bills. Now then on this problem here, you're going to bluebell truck the 8, and then you'll just move over that, whatever 450 times 8 is, you'll move that over, and that's going to be the answer. So on this one, you got to bluebell truck the 8 and work it out. I'm not going to do it for you. Do y'all see how you're getting the GX plus S in total? Most of the problems are GX plus S in total. Then you got to figure out if you want over the total or less than the total. Okay, now then on 14, an obtuse angle is 90 degrees, right? What is not a possible value for x? So we want 9x plus 27 to be less than 90. If it's less than 90, it won't be obtuse, it'll be acute, right? So you'll solve this for x and find out which one works, okay? Going on to 15. A tennis breaker broke the old record for the most matches won in a tournament by at least 2 matches, which inequality can be used to find the matches won on the old record. So R is the old record, and T is the new record, so we're going to add 2 to it. And he did more than that, right? So T is going to be greater than the old record plus 2, because he won more than 2 matches. And that would be the answer on number 15. You're about to take a quiz. Ooh. Okay, you're about to take a quiz, and this is like all funky. You're about to take a quiz. You're going to do wonderful on it. This will be a daily grade. Take your time. Go through it. Make sure you take your time. You're going to get 2 shots at it. So try to do good the first time, okay? You're going to do wonderful. You are amazing. Remember to always believe in yourself, and you are awesome.